You could also see the wind.
Right? I was thinking the exact same picture.
Yeah.
And it is funny when you get these big storms coming in. The animals out there, I mean, they
know.
They survive through it, and they know there's something coming. It seems that way to me. I bet you the birds and everybody else know that something is on the way because,
happening.
Look, we can watch the barometer start to drop as well, but I don't think they have one of those. I'll show you guys what we are looking at. You know what? They must, right, Cage? I mean, wow. Interesting setup here, guys, with the clouds starting to be pushed into the area and losing more and more of our blue sky and that little glint of sunshine out there. But all in all, it wasn't too bad out there. We will be seeing those clouds on the increase as you go through your overnight hours. 59 degrees, your overnight low. Tomorrow, you got clouds in place. So this is all part of what you should be expecting. It's the calm before the storm tonight. So if you are heading out for something in the town, have at it. Have a great time. It's a Friday night, right? You get into Saturday. Saturday's breezy. You got that cloud cover I showed you, and you could have a shower here or there. That's all part of a little prefrontal trough. The worst of the storm comes in Sunday and Monday, and I've been saying all the while, I think it's the second half of Sunday and the first half of Monday where you see the worst of it. Rain, wind, coastal flooding, all of that is something that we're going to have to contend with. So when you look at the elements in the sky, the setup, all right, all of the models, all of the weather models are in agreement that we're watching this coastal low being pushed up. Right now, that's around the Georgia coast. Well, it moves up along the coastline. Right? There's another element here to the north, a high-pressure system, which is pretty strong right now, a low-pressure system we're watching drop in from Canada. But here is the question. Is the high going to expand, become stronger, and prevent this low from coming any farther north? Or does the high sort of like, nudge a little bit more offshore? This low sort of pushes in, nudges this right more into our area. So there's two scenarios here. I'll try to take you through both, and I'll tell you where my leaning lies. So one of which is going to be if it's allowed to come right into the area. All right, so here you go. You get stronger winds inland. Makes sense, right? Because now the storm is closer to shore. So those big winds that it's producing can travel farther inland. All right, you'd have a longer rain event because it's going to be staying in the area for a longer period of time as opposed to being stalled. And then you have that increased coastal flooding concern because you'd have a longer period where the winds just continue to push that water on shore. But maybe it's going to be a little bit more offshore, all right? If, in fact, it gets nudged offshore, now you've got a more southerly track because that high did exert some pressure. That low did drop, all right? Now you have stronger winds with it offshore. So the stronger winds in our area would be at the beaches. There'd be a decline as you push inland. Widespread rain, still likely with this scenario. Coastal flooding and gusty winds, yeah, it's still on the table. As a matter of fact, the two scenarios, all right? The European has it farther offshore. There's our shoreline right there, all right? So it's offshore. Here it is right onshore. It's like right around Cape May. That's the GFS. So they're not huge differences. I think we're going to deal with this either which way. And if I go through what we have out there for concerns, the first thing that pops up, let's go right there. We go. Coastal flood warning out there, and that's for portions of Long Island, also for portions of like the shoreline in Westchester County, everyone else with the coastal flood watch. So coastal flooding is a concern, you betcha. We've also got the high winds to be dealing with. Could be some 60-mile-per-hour gusts, gale warning, and that includes the area of New York Harbor. And come on, some 4 to 7 foot whitecaps in the harbor while we've got, the ferries running. That's kind of tough out there, guys. I know right now they've already talked about stopping the Fire Island ferry. Stephanie was telling us she has a place out there. So that's important to note. Tomorrow, you have the clouds. You'll get some rain here or there, but Sunday and Monday, it's the first alert because of everything we just discussed. I'll leave you guys with this. The forecasted barometric pressure for this storm, it's not the strongest low-pressure system we've ever seen. So it wouldn't be our worst nor'easter no matter what, but it looks like it's our storm for the weekend.
Wow.
Sunday and Monday.
Thanks, Lonnie.